Ruff Talk VR.
Welcome to another episode of Ruff Talk VR, a weekly podcast with in-depth game reviews, exclusive developer interviews, and the latest Oculus Quest news. We join our hosts Dscruffles and Stratus2k1 today as they spend another episode breaking down and discussing the Oculus Quest virtual reality world.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Ruff Talk VR. Stratus, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, for those of you who listen to your podcast, you know, this is a normal episode. If you happen to be joining us on YouTube, you'll notice this is the first episode that we actually have some video going on of us.
Yeah, trying not to pay attention to the camera, but always do it high camera. Oh.
Yeah, no, we're always growing as a podcast, always doing new things. You know, and I actually want to give a shout out to somebody on Apple Podcasts. They actually gave us a 5-star review. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I read that. That was exciting.
So we got another one in the books. Cha-ching. Always happy with that. So big shout out to Dana EMK giving us a 5-star. You know, there's a couple things that we should probably talk about more often on this podcast that we never really do. Like, you know, hey, join our subreddit.
Yeah, we tend to kind of get rolling right with but no, definitely self-market a little here. Go for it.
You know, so we have a subreddit. It's our online community. It's r/Ruff Talk VR. There you can join a fastly growing community. We're almost up to 50 members right now. I think we're at 39 at the time of recording this.
Yeah.
So the current goal is 50. So if you go in there, you can join the podcast. You know, we engage with our fans, you know, get some discussions with some other fans too, make a request to the podcast, you know, all that fun stuff. We also have a support page called Buy Me a Coffee. You can find the link to that in our show notes if you go in the podcast description. We've had it set up since we launched our podcast, but we got a random donation like a week ago.
I don't know how they must have had to have dug deep to have even found it.
Well, they might have seen it in our show notes. It was always there, but like we never pushed it or anything like that. So huge shout out to the person who anonymously donated.
Yeah, no, that was generous.
But if you ever want to support the podcast, as you can see, you know, like I said, we're constantly growing. Episode 1 was kind of mediocre audio quality. We quickly upgraded
I almost
from
wish
there.
we had the video of that, or if we had video of that.
Oh, I know.
The setup was
comical.
Yeah.
Not that this is, you know.
We did the best we could with what we had.
Yeah,
you know, and we'll no matter what I think level we reach, we'll continue to just do the best with what we have.
Absolutely. So if you want to support the podcast, help us, you know, refurbish some of what we've invested and, you know, kind of help us make the dream of being a podcaster as a full-time gig a reality.
Podcaster.
We have a couple donation options. You know, you can donate one time. There's like monthly subscriber things that like currently we're not offering any like subscriber perks, but we've been discussing little thank you options to give around. But
as we grow, everything around us will grow and everything will get better and better.
Now we have this nice studio, right?
So let's get to it, my friend.
All right. So the game that we're doing today is Chess Club.
Sweet.
When I saw this on the coming soon, I was like, oh, instant wish list. I can't wait to face you in chess, you know?
Yeah. I mean, nobody really, it's weird.
Like, yeah. Not too many reviews. So it's made by the developers Otters. It's currently rocking a 4.4. So of the people who have reviewed, they seem to love it.
Yeah, and how many people actually wrote the written review?
Yeah, so oddly, it only seems to have 262 total ratings, as well as of those 262 ratings, only 167 of them have actually been written reviews. I know I'm saying only, but I was kind of expecting Chess Game was going to be, in VR, was going to be, quite massive.
I thought coming off the end, you know, with everyone getting that movie, The Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, I thought this one was going to be
had this come out right after that movie, and you know Oculus was as popular now, which it wasn't then, and I think it would have been a lot more successful as far as the ratings go.
Yeah, it's also possible that just a lot of people have gotten it, but very few people have been compelled to review it. That's always possible too.
The 160 plus that actually wrote a written review, though, that's pretty good.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, rocking a 4.4. It's also right now, as of the time of reviewing this, currently $14.99 on the Oculus Store.
Which I'm not complaining about.
No, you know, that for some games that might be higher and everything, but this is a well-polished chess game. I think that's very well worth the price. I've already put in a good amount of hours into it. So this one's kind of cool because there's a couple different maps you can play on. Two different maps. Yeah, a couple. So we have like your classic.
Fair enough.
We have your classic like Grand Royale, Rallis, you know, or I think they call it the Grand Palace, right?
the like real chessboard.
Yeah, where it's like an actual, just your typical chessboard.
Yep.
Like
like a normal standard
white, black pieces. That's it. And then they have a Stonehenge option, which when I read the description of the game, I thought that this was going to be like my
go-to.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the one I was in love with, because it's like animated figures. Like the pawns are, one type of animated figure, and it from there on, they get a little bit more badass, Mm-hmm. And when the pieces actually move, like they'll get up and they'll walk. If they go to kill another piece, it's some pretty funny animations. Like the pawns are probably my favorite kill animations, because they'll just like boink them on the head sometimes. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought I was going to like that one a lot.
I thought that was going to be the one that I was obsessed with.
Yep, not the case.
No, not really the case at all. Like I never.
At the end of the day, the normal standard chessboard, and
that's the one I play. And here's the reason why: the animations, they take a while. The movements, it slows down the game a lot. Like I want to get it going. I want to get right to the next move.
Yeah,
that's kind of my thought.
My only issue with the non-traditional looking chess pieces is they kind of look too similar. So there's a couple of critical pieces that don't necessarily represent themselves as well as I wish they would.
No, I can't disagree there.
In chess, I mean, not, you know it is. You make one mistake and then you can see your future just slowly dwindling away.
Yeah, it's very hard to undo a bad move, especially if you're playing against a really good player or, even the AI. And
but I mean, I do like it is a cool feature for people who like the animated chess pieces and want to see them come to battle. And
yeah, so I think that would be really good for somebody who's never played chess before, so like kind of to make it more engaging the first couple games.
I just think it would be harder to learn.
I kind of agree with that. I
mean, the chess pieces haven't changed over how many thousands of years.
You hop into the standard map. You can play it if you've never done VR before. You can.
And
do
the
that
room
easy.
environment for that traditional chess set they give you is nice. It's almost like you're in an old library.
Yeah, it's very classical.
Study.
They have like real classic music when you load up into the main menu too. So it's
graphically the game is very appealing.
Yeah, 100%. But definitely when I play, I don't even touch the Stonehenge map.
No, I did when we got it. Played it a couple of times, and I'm like, I don't think I'm playing the game as effective, because some of these pieces, when I look at them, like I said, they just kind of like resemble each other a little too much.
Yeah, 100%.
I want the horse to look like a horse. I want my bishop to look like a bishop, and all my other pieces accordingly.
No, absolutely.
But graphically, it's great, right?
Yeah, and like I said, I like the classical music vibe when you load in. Like you load in to the main menu, and it's like you're in the clouds almost, right? It's like completely
it's
white.
very serene.
Yeah, it's nice.
Nice. They give you options of playing computer opponents. So if you're scared of playing a human being, you don't have to. Yeah. It is multiplayer. You do need an internet connection to play it.
The AI has multiple difficulties too, so I actually found it fun to start at easy.
Work your way up to chess master.
Yeah, 100%.
AI chess master.
AI chess master.
That's almost scarier sounding than just playing somebody, because there is a rating system you can they'll give you with the game, but you don't have to play rated matches either. You can play friendlies or rated.
Another cool thing that takes place in the game too. So if you're playing the computer or with somebody else, I've never really gone back in moves with somebody else. Like I feel like that's weird to do in multiplayer, but nonetheless, I've done it with the computer just to practice and like learn. If you look at like that little book thing at the bottom left, you pick it up, it'll say like the list of moves that have happened
in traditional form too.
Yep, and then you can go backwards too, so you could like undo the move. Be like,
see, I didn't until you pointed that out. I didn't know that you could go backwards. But what I have done is I've played and then pulled up after the match. I've pulled up the book thing and then clicked on what the opening move was, the second. Yeah, every single one.
So if you want to like study and actually really improve, they give you the option to that. Like I said, I don't like to do the undo thing a whole bunch, but it was good a couple times to learn against like against the grandmaster and stuff like that. It's good to be like, all right, well, what would have happened? The AI is good too. He'll think, or she'll think, or whatever.
Yeah, they'll think. That freaked me out. I thought the computer was going to be instant.
No, yeah, I thought it was going to be freak, but you'll see
if you do a low timed match, because they give you the benefit, you could do like, 15-minute match, a 30-minute match, a 60-minute match, an unlimited But if you do those timed matches, the AI is not going to take its time thinking. You do the 60-minute match,
He'll think.
yeah, that he, she, computer, whatever,
AI.
00100, whatever it's doing, it's thinking. And it's kind of intimidating because if it would just make a move, you'd feel more like, all right, this is just a
computer, but it almost
computer
feels like you're
program.
playing a human.
Yeah, it's almost like it's going,
Yeah, Shay.
what am I going to do here?
Wait till it adds commentary,
And the AI will make mistakes.
Yeah.
It'll leave it, So I was pretty impressed with that.
Depending on the difficulty,
Even the chess master.
Did you win?
No.
So
20 beat me in 26 moves, I think it was. 26 or 20. Yeah, I think it was 26.
If we could interview the chess master, he might say that wasn't.
No, the AI.
The AI, yeah.
AI chess master.
If we could get a little AI interview, he might.
I was
that
happy
a
I made
mistake.
it as far as I did, because most chess games, when you play them on the hardest setting, you're just never going to win.
Yeah, me against the Grandmaster was basically me running away from an inevitable defeat.
Okay.
Like, I was just like, I was matching him, like, kill for kill, but, like, I was responding to him versus me.
Yeah, you were.
I wasn't pushing my game.
You were on the defensive
the whole time.
the entire time.
And like you mentioned for the PvP and stuff, this is probably where my complaints with the game start, is like the matchmaking and stuff. It's unbelievably just not well thought out, in my opinion.
Well, no, I mean, we'll describe it. You actually.
So
if you look to the right of your screen, you'll see a bunch of available players.
not always just recommended players.
Yeah.
That
And then you can invite them to play.
one at a time. So here's what you like you invite them one at a time, and it sucks
Pick
waiting
up
for
their
response.
piece and
Yeah, so you picked up their piece, you go to challenge them. It'll give you a list of like, which map do you want? What's the time limit you want? Do you want it to be a friendly, unranked match, or do you want it to be ranked where it affects your score? Do you want to start white, black, or make it random? And I think that there might be like one other setting. And then you send the challenge, and you hope that that person responds. If they don't accept or decline it, and they just leave it sitting there, it'll just sit there. And then you have to, like, if you go to challenge somebody else, your challenge against them goes away. So it's like,
now you're waiting for somebody else.
Yeah, you got to send a challenge, wait.
See, I haven't played too many
I've tried.
strangers.
I haven't gotten a whole bunch of matches because that right off the top, there should be like a find a match feature. So anybody who like is wanting to actually PvP, like just
autos you. Yeah, no, I can't disagree at all.
And they could easily do it sorting by ranking too. It would be very easy to do.
I think it's new.
Yeah.
The game's only been around for a couple weeks.
Even if you could just send multiple challenge invites, like, okay, let me send one to every guy in the lobby, see who one guy responds. Now I'm good to go.
Allegedly, you can use hand tracking with this game.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice that.
I just don't. I never have my hand tracking enabled because it never really works for me. But
I'm not the biggest fan of. I love the concept. Like, that's the future, right? Hand tracking, no controllers.
Sure.
But it's just in its current state. I don't know if it's a hardware, software limitation. It's just.
I don't know. I just don't have good luck with it. But this is a game that allegedly
hands will be sitting there shaking and stuff like that. Or you knock
shit over.
Yeah.
Get those rubber fingers in some games. I try it.
No, it's a like I said, conceptually, that's the future.
So I mean, if the tracking does work well, then that's even kind of cooler because you can. One of the bennies of the game is, and I guess it's a benny, but maybe they should or shouldn't. I don't know. I think for the novice, it's a huge help is when you want to make a move with a piece, it'll tell you where that piece can really go. It's not like you're guessing.
100%.
Like, I've never played, but I'm intimidated because I don't know what all the pieces do. It's like, well, if you touch the bishop, it'll tell you. It's like it's going to move this way or that way.
Yep. No, I like that a lot, especially if you're not the best with like the horse pieces. Like, I'm not the biggest as you can tell, the horse pieces. I'm not like the diehard chess guy.
It's all good.
But this game is actually kind of,
I find it very relaxing.
Yeah.
But you know what the weirdest part about the whole friggin' chess thing is? Their in-game mic works really well, but you don't do a lot of talking in chess.
No.
Like at all.
No.
The quietest I've ever seen us in our whole life is playing chess.
Yeah. So let me preface too, like, I played chess my whole life, like on and off. I've just never like really gotten fully committed to it as well. But this game I put in some time into it. I like the.
You threw me a beating the other night.
It's very relaxing. And here's the thing, like, I'm big into martial arts, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You always hear, jiu-jitsu is human chess, right?
Yeah.
It's like, but I'm not playing chess, Am I like worsening my game not playing chess, you know, should I? And like I was playing it probably like the first day that we were playing it together. I was like, oh, I really see the comparison. I haven't like picked up and tried to play chess probably in like 7 years. So it was really nice. It was very relaxing.
I haven't played in forever.
Yeah, but I played a dude 2 nights ago. Got some rants about this as well, but yeah, the mics were enabled. I could hear him breathing a couple times and stuff like that, but we didn't talk until the very end of the match. I think a couple times I mumbled to myself like, oh, I'm an idiot, when I just knew I messed up. But yeah, check this, dude. You want to hear some BS? I'm sitting there, I'm trying to get a match. Challenging people. No one's responding. Finally, I load into a match. I actually have a really good match with a guy. He comes out hot. Like, he comes out like, dude, he takes out, I think, like 2 or 3 of my pawns real fast, like. And I was like, oh man, this was maybe a bad idea to challenge this guy, right? Because he had a little bit of a ranking. I think like he was like 1700. I'm not 1700. I'm like a little bit below that. I haven't gotten too many ranked matches. And I recover, start piecing them up. Eventually, man, I start really taking over. I take all of his pieces except the king, right? Mm-hmm. And it's 1 move away. No matter where he moves, man, I'm 1 move away. My next turn, I'm gonna checkmate him without a doubt. He looks at me, he goes, "Good game," and he like reaches over and virtually shakes my hand. I'm like, "All right, cool. Now he's gonna do his move, and I win. That was nice." He just accepted that he's gonna lose, right? Then he goes down, picks up that little book thing, goes boom to menu, right? So apparently, I guess what can happen is you can like stop playing a current game, and it'll like keep it in progress. So if you leave to the menu during a ranked game, it'll stay in progress. So now I've never won this game, and it's forever going to stay in progress because he left to the menu instead of just
They don't have a time limit on it though, like where it become obvious that the person whose turn it was forfeited the game.
No, if I load into the game and he's not in there, no time limit's going. The game's not ready to go yet until.
So forever you'll never get credit for this ranked game.
100%.
That's weird. Because they do have a concede button, like you're gonna be beat. I'm pretty sure you can give up. You go somewhere?
Yeah, dog was getting into a super deep sleep.
Oh.
I had to let him know. Hey guy, come back to reality.
He's dreaming, man.
Yeah, he starts to make little like
Okay.
like, all right, let me get him out. He's in deep dreamland right now. Relax. We need to get a pooch cam for him now that we're doing video.
No, I have an idea.
Yeah, we'll talk. We add it to the meeting list, you know?
Yep, we're good. So anyways, back to chess.
Back to chess.
Not the pooch cam.
Not the pooch cam. So like I love the concept of like
ranking's good, but if you can bail on a match midway whenever you want because you're losing and then nobody ever gets credit for it, then that's a little dirty.
If it's hard to find a match, it's hard to find a match.
Yeah, that I know.
And if it's not only hard to find a match...
I didn't know this news that you're dropping on me, so that's kind of messed up.
Beyond it's hard to find a match, if somebody can just bail out of a ranked match, whatever, it's like, I have to say the matchmaking and the online experience...
They can't be forever. You'll have to watch your stats.
Very well badly thought out. There's no other words for that aspect.
That's too bad.
Because like the actual gameplay is amazing. I've had no glitches with this game. I've had no like audio issues.
Like I said, the in-game mic is great, but you just don't need it.
Visually, like the graphics are amazing. It's like it's traditional chess, and then if you want the visuals, you have that. But I never play it. But the matchmaking, and that's unfortunate because online chess, like that's addicting, you know. And like so, if that's
I'm gonna bank on. I mean, what you're saying kind of bugs me a lot, but I'm gonna bank on that. It's a new game.
Yeah, and I hope
I haven't seen any updates, so update must be coming.
I hope.
And I agree with the matchmaking. It's an obvious problem.
Beyond an obvious problem.
You can't put yourself into a general PvP lobby and just be like, okay, I'm ready.
That's issue 1. Then issue 2, you might never win a ranked match, or lose one. Why would you lose one?
I don't know why they'd even give you the ability to do that.
No, you should be able to.
Doesn't make any sense.
You should be able to leave friendly matches in progress.
For what? Why would you leave a match though?
Hey, like, oh my god, it's a long 30-minute match. I mean, a 60-minute match. You know, you guys are both really good chess players. Like, all right, let's take a quick break. I don't know.
Because to me, it's like if you set a time limit for it and you had it at 60 minutes, then it's 60 minutes.
Yeah, I could see it in a friendly match. In a ranked match, you shouldn't be able to. That's
can you
ridiculous.
Go back into it?
I can, but it doesn't do anything until both players are in.
But will the timer run if you're in it?
Nothing happens. The game is not going until both players are in.
Wow. Okay.
That's very and like it's like I said, like online
that's a
chess.
turn off from multiplayer.
100%. That's like a game breaking. You might as well not even offer multiplayer. Besides
Have you read
challenge
anything
your friend.
about it?
I've seen a lot of people complain about it.
All right, so it's just a known dirty trick people are doing, so they don't lose ranking.
Oh, about that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I've seen a lot of complaints about the matchmaking in general, but that specific thing, I haven't seen that a whole bunch.
Okay. Yeah, the matchmaking I just attributed to the fact. I mean, look at there's only 200 and something ratings.
I hope they update, but I'm just saying, as of now, the time I'm recording this,
well, I would chalk that down to a
very well.
I haven't experienced that yet, but I don't play as many random folks as you try to. It's not, I mean, like, until the matchmaking was fixed, I figured I would just play people I know who have it.
I kind of feel like chess, all right, the PvP aspect of chess, like, that's everything. That's why there's simple web applications.
Well, it is if you're going to have a ranked system.
Yeah, it's so badly thought out. Like, that's the point, is to play other players. And because they have, if you look at the time limit, the longest one is called tournament time limits. Like, they should integrate, dude, if they had, like, open chess tournaments, like, hey, anyone who wants to come on, 1 p.m. at this day, this time, whatever, oh my God, the potential for the online multiplayer.
It's never going to work the way it is now.
It can't.
No.
So,
okay.
But there's so much potential with it. I get very sad when I see, like, systems that have a lot of potential. When a game is like the core gameplay,
it's brand new and they haven't had an update, so cut them a little slack.
I'll cut them some. Hey,
just a little slack.
We haven't gotten into the ratings part yet.
You're just upset because you played a ranked game and
wasted 40
somebody
minutes,
found
30,
a
40
glitch
minutes.
to not lose their rank.
Wasted 30, 40 minutes of my life. Could have gone to bed.
You won though.
I didn't win,
but you won.
Did I?
You said you were one move away from winning, no matter what.
I have a lot of pieces. He has one king,
right? So,
and he's one move away. Yeah, but I didn't win.
I would think that, like, in the game of chess, if that was reality, you freaking won, dude.
I would think so too, but I get no ranking for it. I'm like, wow, this is stupid. Am I ever even gonna do a ranked match again? Why would I? So the potential for a waste of time. Bothersome.
I wonder how many people are doing that though.
And the nerve too. You know why I challenged this guy? Yeah, his username said black belt in it. I was like, oh, it'll be a humble, respectful match.
You got a fake black belt.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if the shoe fits. If the shoe fits.
No, that's unfortunate. And it sucks because I didn't really know you were gonna drop that bomb. So I'm a little upset because I haven't had many negative things to say. No, I love chess.
And that's why it bothers me so much, because it is easily fixable.
Yeah. Let's see what they do, though. I'm not going to slaughter them over it.
No, but if you're going to have the ranking system,
kill the rankings or just fix that. That should be easy as hell to fix.
Was there a deadline in the game? Like, how could you QA this game? How could you, like test it with people and people be like, this works. This is smart to not be able to just find a match. That makes sense.
I discovered that if I leave during a tournament, I don't lose my ranking. Nobody loses.
Yeah. Or not even during a tournament, during a match.
No, it's not fair.
Yeah. But they should. But there's so much potential. Like, here's the thing. So if they fix the multiplayer, if they add a find a match, if they fix the BS that you can just leave mid a match, right? Just off top, just that alone makes it amazing. And now if they start to add things like leagues and like tournaments and things like that, oh my God, it's a must own. But it's like I just don't understand the thought process.
Yeah, I'm hurt.
I'm bothered.
I'm
salty.
Hurt. But again, I wasn't overly impressed with the multiplayer anyways from the get-go, so I figured I would just... they're going to update sooner or later.
And well, here's the thing.
I also assumed they were going to do more different boards.
Yeah,
that was going to be more than just that.
I'd rather see more time focused on the actual multiplayer experience than the rooms.
Well,
I'm happy with it.
I'll tell you this. Good chess players that come to play the game are not going to stick around and play the game if they play people and the people can just choose to leave and then the person never gets credit for their good game.
No, good chess players aren't going to stick around when it takes 40 minutes to even find a match.
Only time you're supposed to quit in chess is when you look at the board and beyond a shadow of a doubt, you know that you can't win.
Then
There
you
could be-
concede.
there could
there
be-
should
there could be a
there's
ton
a
of-
concede option. That's why it's
Yeah,
you know,
I'm very upset.
what can you do? Though? But here's the thing too.
Overall, though,
Okay, rant aside, like I
Yep.
said, it's a great game though. It really is. If you have a friend to play with, I'm not going to say get it for the PvP at all. Don't get this expecting to play a bunch of ranked matches. That's just the reality. But if you have a friend to play with, or you want to play against the AI and just learn chess, it's a great chess experience. I have a great time. You know, when we're like, hey, we want to fire up a game of chess, and we're like, hell yeah. And like me and you have very long competitive matches, and I have good matches with the upper AI.
well, that's because we do the high time limit.
And we
I'm all for a 15-minute time limit.
yeah.
You ever play that?
Yeah, I just like to think.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
those people
should.
you see in the cities who
All
play
right,
chess
next-
with the
Next chess
wham,
game. Yeah.
wham, wham. I don't even know. It's what, 3-minute time limit?
Next
And they're good.
next game we'll do we'll do the smallest time limit.
Look at
Okay?
a whole board in seconds like that.
Yeah.
I'm not capable of it, but that's why I enjoy like the short ones.
You want to
'cause-
try it?
Yeah. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
We'll try it.
Doesn't work in my favor because you know how quick you can make a move in chess, and then the minute you let go, you're like, damn,
No, any mistake I've ever
why
made.
did I do that?
Yeah.
Well, there's a trickle down. Sometimes it costs you one thing, and then other times it's
Cost
like,
you the whole game.
you know, it's the whole game because of one piece.
Yeah, lose your queen to something stupid. Happened to me last night with you. We had a weird game last night,
Yeah. I
or 2 nights ago. We had
don't even
a-
want to talk about that.
we had
That
so
was
many
messed up.
we had so many pawns make it to the other side. It was like such a noobish game.
That's what happens when you work like 10, 11 hours and
then we
come
go to
home
play
and then
che-
start playing chess
At
and
like
it's
11:30
yeah.
p.m.
It's like, come on. I'm not thinking on my toes.
And then that's after that I beat that guy. Well, didn't beat him, but nonetheless, you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was salty after that game.
Uh,
Admittingly.
no, okay. So do you want to get right into the pros, cons, and final rating?
Go for it, dude.
Okay, I'll go first then. So a lot I love about this game. Again, as a core gameplay engine, it's very well put together in terms of like the actual playing a chess match. You know, it's very fun with the timer right there, being able to see your moves. Besides leaving during PvP, but you know, I think that the viewers have heard that. So like the actual core game is amazing. The visuals, graphically for an Oculus Quest 2 game, it's really good graphics. No glitches, no real audio issues. In-game mics work good. In terms of all of that, the game is amazing. I can't even think of more improvements to do there besides maybe what you said, maybe some more maps. But like that's pretty minor on the list. The actual gameplay engine is amazing. Now, as I've ranted about ad nauseum, the multiplayer aspect, unless you have a friend that you want to play a fun game with, and like people you actually know, and maybe do like a league setup on your own on Discord, but that's a lot of work for something that should be built into the game. The matchmaking is the whole multiplayer PvP system is flawed. You know, you shouldn't be able to leave during a ranked match. It should be way easier to find a match, whether that's sending a bunch of people invites or, you know, find a match option. Because, like, I'll be honest, sometimes when I go to play you, that's the moment that all of a sudden I get a challenge request from somebody. It's like, no, I can't accept this now because I'm about to play you. Because I'm not looking for a match right now. I don't even know why I'm in the list of people to send a match to. Like, I should be able to toggle that. Or something. It's badly thought out in that regard. So because of that, visuals are great, gameplay engines are great, functionality is great, multiplayer sucks. That's the reality. Because of that, I have to give it a 7. If their multiplayer worked at the bare minimum that you could find a match and you couldn't quit during ranked, it would be 8.5. If they had tournament features and like really good matchmaking, it could even be a 9.5. Not at the current system. If it had a bad gameplay engine and stuff, it would be a 5.
So you're going 7.
7.
Okay.
The second that they fix the multiplayer, I'll record a new episode. I'll say I'm sorry, but like, yeah, 7 right now. Sour.
Okay. Fair.
But again, it's a great gameplay engine, and like everything else besides that is great. But if you buy this game expecting to have a fun online, like face a bunch of randoms, don't even buy it. If you want to buy it to play chess and like play offline and play with some friends, absolutely worth every penny.
Okay. 7 it is. All right. I've been playing chess my whole life. Used to take vacations and bring a little magnetic chessboard when I was a kid so I could play every day. So I was super soaked when you said, hey, check this out. And we grabbed it on the day it launched. And I've loved everything about it. And the only thing that I'm upset about now is what I'm hearing about the ability for someone to take advantage of. Because no bullshit, I'm like ranked, I think, 1800. So I would be really upset if I played, a game and put my all into it just to have someone quit and then I basically get punished for it. I mean, I almost don't care how good your game is or how damn pretty it is. It doesn't make sense that someone can get away with it. So if that in fact is common knowledge and I'm just an idiot and just like to play chess and have a good time and try to learn and relax, because again, it's very quiet when we play. And yet if I ever played anybody who's yappy, I almost don't even want to rate it. That's how upset I am, because I know I'm dead serious, because one of the things like you brought up was the whole point of multiplayer chess is the ability to play anybody, and that's already lacking. Right? We know that's lacking. You look at the field of recommendations is only like 10 or 12, people. It says, hey, these people are...
I don't think I've ever seen the 10. I think it's like 6 to 7.
See, I mean, I've gotten a nice full spread, but I've never counted. I just assumed every one of those people were willing and able until like I'd be like, oh, you joined and now you're in that group, but you're now in my friend group. So I'm really upset about this ranking thing, and that needs to be fixed. No, I'm dead serious, and I'll say it right now. You know what? I came into this wicked happy because I was like, they got an 8 from me. I mean, it's chess. The only way they can make it better is just maybe a couple more boards, and I don't know, maybe if the hands work really well or they don't, they can whatever they need to improve. I was like, it's chess. How can you fuck it up? Well, guess what? If you're going to make it so somebody can quit, then you done fucked it up. I'm just being honest. I'm upset about it. Because, again, I came in like, ready, this is an 8. Yeah. Guaranteed. It's got nowhere to go but up. And now it's like you're throwing curveballs at me about crazy crap. And I'm not liking it because it's not like a graphic glitch or... No, this is like people take this shit serious. And they shouldn't have to suffer because... whomever's upset that they're losing. Well, so I'll give them a 6. And I'll tell you right now, that's a generous 6, because you want to get technical. What percentage of that game have they invested into a ranking system? So what's the freaking point? You're going to take 25, 30% of your game and make it a ranking system. And it's an option for you to pick. So that's really 50% then, right? 50% of your game experience is ranked. So they're lucky they're getting what they got, because I could have gigged them that same 50%. But I'm hurt because I love chess and I love this freaking game. Well, it's a great graphic game, but I'll tell you, until they update it, I wouldn't buy it, and I already bought it. But what's the point?
No, hey, I thought I was being ruthless, dropping down to a 7, because I was prepared.
No, I'm just upset, but I'm being honest from a consumer standpoint. It's like 100%. People are they're gonna see the game and be like, oh, it's beautiful. It is. The sound quality you said was great. It is. The music they play, it's perfect. It's the perfect chess game. But if there's any element at all to it that allows somebody to essentially cheat the system, then it's not perfect anymore to me.
No,
I'll still play it because I play people I know. I play people who aren't gonna quit and then be like, oh, well, that's great, dude. Thanks a lot.
Well, again, if you want to play offline against the AI, or if you want to play against people you know...
You need to fix it.
Yeah. This game is a must-buy if you want to play against AI or against people you want to know.
They fixed that one thing.
Oh, it's
a 5 goes to a... What did I say? A 5?
You said a 6.
A 4? Did I say a 4?
You said a 6.
I know. It is a 6, but I'll go from a 6 to an 8 just on that one thing, because that's how serious it is to me. Yeah. Or take it out of the game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't even advertise it as ranked online.
Are you going to get hurt if someone quits if it didn't cost you, like, you chose to play a ranked game? Yeah, 100%. You got to check on that, dude. Yeah. Something's not right.
I can't give my seal of approval to buy this game for somebody who wants the online experience. So what I'll say again, ad nauseum.
No, if you want the competition,
don't play this game.
don't play the game.
Don't even buy it.
People can currently in its current form.
And it's hard
quit.
to even get a match. Just even the quitting alone, that's one thing. It's hard to get a match.
I'm upset about this. I wanted to really push this one hard because I think everybody in the whole wide world should play chess.
Yeah. No, this should be a killer app. This should be like, oh, like, dude, VR chess is freaking fun, especially for like really good competitive VR chess online.
I have a great time playing people I know.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to crap on it that way.
No,
There's a side that, aside from playing your friends, you occasionally want to play ranked matches with strangers and kind of test to see how you're doing, because friends you play all the time start to know what you do and how you're thinking. You start knowing your strategies and your little tricks.
Same thing for jiu-jitsu too.
So it's like to go try it and be like, well, okay, I'm going to go for it. There's a level of, anxiety and stress and the competitiveness of, I don't know. So I'm over it. It is what it is.
Yeah, and
they can eat the 6, fix your friggin' glitch. Stop letting cheaters be able to manipulate a system, and it'll be an 8, and it'll be a true 8 because I sat here today to give it an 8.
No, it's very sad that a game this polished with this good of a gameplay engine
doesn't make sense.
Has such a low rating for me. This should be a 9. If it had good multiplayer, easy to find.
Do you think they planned it that way?
Well, like that's why I just don't understand how
it made it past beta.
How did beyond the glitch, beyond being
anybody thinking this is a great idea?
Okay, leaving the ranked game is one thing. No. That's one conversation. I don't understand how the matchmaking made it past beta. Now, I don't understand if they want to make it so you can pause the ranked game, then it should be consensual. You should the other person should get a notification. Hey, user is requesting to.
Yeah, with a specific date and time. In
not even that, just consensual.
Dude, in the real world, he would have had to have made that move before he quit the game, or pause the game.
I get it's a video game and stuff, but if you're going to be spending real life money to buy the game, then features should probably
or knock the price down to $9 and I'll shut up.
$5, I think that'd be fair,
right? Yeah, it's a big oversight.
Oh, I don't understand how either one
from
of those
a competitive standpoint. Other than that, it's not. Who cares? But you're never going to want to play a ranked game.
Well, you're never going to get good players playing the game.
No,
that's a fact.
That's dude.
I don't even want to play a ranked game anymore.
Well, that's kind of where I'm getting at.
The only time I'm going to properly play this game is if you message me. I barely even want to play the AI now because what's the point of getting better with it?
Well,
I don't know, man.
I like chess, so I'll play the AI till I'm blue in the face. But I'm
salty.
They need to. I want to see an update come because I want. Dude, there's like no platform really has good chess games.
No,
period. And it's like this one. It's a great friggin' game.
Yeah,
just fix the glitch.
You know what's gonna happen? The day before this episode drops,
fine,
an update's gonna happen. I'll write a big apology. I'll layer an audio.
I was gonna say I'll be happy to put something over and be like, look,
here's the real score now.
But if you're listening to this, the reality is
no, you haven't.
It's an 8 in my head, but it's lucky to get a 6 right now.
Yeah, you have me tempted to drop down lower. You sold it to me pretty good. Like, man, what's the point in buying the game?
Well, you already went. You're not changing your score now.
My score's a 7. My score's a 7.
Yeah, but just
like I'll say, because there is part of me that bought the game to play you, play other friends, and play the AI. So for that, it hits the bullet like amazing.
Agree. I totally agree.
But for the other side of the game, like you said, 50% of the other side of the game, the online experience system. And finding a match, because even finding a friendly match is hard. I was so excited when I was like, oh, yeah, hell yeah. It took me 10 minutes to find a match. I'm finally loading in. Play a freaking...
Guy's the nerve to shake your hand and then quit. See you later, loser.
No, he goes, great game. And I thought he was going to move. I should have figured it out. But there's nothing I could do, right? But I should have figured it out. I was just like, no way is he going to...
They could fix this. So stupid easy. It's just
they could fix both of those things and make this game a 9 to me. And they could make this game maybe not a 9. We'll talk.
More boards come out. I'll go higher than an 8. But...
Yeah. Well, again, like if they add league play, if they add tournaments, like hell yeah.
Until they fix this, like you said and I said, you're just not going to. There's no attraction to have good chess players come with a ranking system.
No, and
it's a flawed ranking system.
There's no incentive to do any ranked match. Not even. I'm not a good player.
Fix the glitch.
I'm didn't play much chess until this game came out, and I've been hooked since. But that was a real. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll go play a different
So
game.
those are our scores.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for being salty about it.
No, me too. But hey,
You're dropping bombs on me. You know?
Again.
You couldn't have told me this, a couple hours ago.
Again, gameplay, engine, everything's great.
Yep.
Just multiplayer. So 7 from me, 6 from you. Okay. I hope that we review this again in a month.
Dude, if they don't fix it, I will never talk about this game again.
Okay. I hope that changes.
Because there's nothing to talk about.
As of now, it's a 7 and a 6.
Yep.
All right, guys.
But we'll try the quick match too.
Yeah, let's just do that for. Like I said, I'll still play you occasionally, but I'm never even gonna bother with the online.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining today.
Take care, folks.
We'll see you guys next week. If you enjoyed today's episode, then be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Also, if you're feeling real generous, you can even give us a 5-star review. Don't forget as well to check out our official subreddit at www.reddit.com/r/Ruff Talk VR. There you can join other fans of the podcast, get sneak peeks of next week's episode, and even talk with our host directly. Also, any sponsorship inquiries and guest requests can be sent directly to our email at rufftalkvr@gmail.com. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and have a great day.